Most people don't know the story of Bob the horse. Bob the horse is really buff, and I mean really buff, but that doesn't happen until later. Bob was born on a small farm in Idaho. The farmer thought he was really doing good for the management of the farm. But he never knew that Smurlio the Rat was the bully. In fact, he didn't even know Smurlio existed. Smurlio has been to juvie at least 8 times, he's 2 years old, and his fat is thicker than water. One day he went up to Bob, who at the time was very small, and said that he will never be buff like him. Bob cried after that and had an idea, he too would become buff. Bob wanted a change, and no, not the money kind. But right after that he just had to go watch something on YouTube. Yep, you guessed it. He turns addicted to YouTube, gains 70 pounds, not of muscle. He gets a 6-pack, but only a 6-pack of beer. He couldn't get out of his mind what Smurlio said, he couldn't stop thinking about it, and in fact whatever he did, Smurlio the Rat was in his head. That puny rat was everywhere. When he was coloring, reading, writing, and looking at horsedoc videos. Even when he was at school he thought about Smurlio the Rat, mostly because you could smell his nasty scent from a mile away. But eventually Bob started to exercise. And day by day he got stronger. His family was disappointed because they were dysfunctional, and he left to find a promising future on the railroads. He left for Cleveland, and one day when he was walking around begging for cheese dust, he saw a garbage can that said something on it. But it was so nasty that it looked like graffiti. In small nasty letters that looked like a 2-year-old made it, said, "In memory of Johnny." He started to see this fat, ugly cow that was standing on the sidewalk. He was so fat that even as a ghost he couldn't float. This ghost cow was named Johnny and said that he was a long-lost brother, somehow, and said that he must go back to Dumpville, aka the farm, to go fight Smurlio the Rat, for he was ruining the lives of too many. It turns out that Bob the horse was really just seeing things due to his new hobby that he found called addiction. But little did he know what was awaiting him at home. He returned back to Dumpville, which was the worst mistake he could make. He had so much potential. And he just sealed it all away and basically lit it on fire. When Bob returned, he was met by this fat raccoon, but no, he realized it was actually Smurlio the Rat. Smurlio the Rat seemed like he put on at least 15 pounds in weight. And just when he was arriving, Smurlio the Rat was fighting some weird fuzz duck NPC. Fuzzy the duck lost brutally, and it was not even a close shot. Let's just say that Fuzzy didn't end up seeing another day. Bob the horse just spectated the fight because he was still brain dead because of his newfound addiction. Smurlio the Rat became the king of the farm, and even threatened the farmer, thanks to the farmer's dumbness, since he was a middle school dropout. Was actually scared of a lump of rat meat. After attending the sad funeral of Fuzzy, which ended in throwing him for the ants to eat, Bob the horse wanted to end the reign of the nasty Smurlio, and he will, you'll see. He really was ready to fight this rat. Literally, and thought he was good enough to fight him. The next morning, as soon as the sun rose, Bob the horse went to where Smurlio lived, which was the dumps of the dumps. His shack was called human garbage, and it was so nasty that he didn't even sleep inside the shack. Bob the horse confronted Smurlio, and said that his days were over. Smurlio the Rat just laughed, and spit some cheese niblets at him. Smurlio never thought Bob the horse was good enough, even though he was now a bodybuilder, and 100 times bigger than Smurlio. The fight scene wasn't epic. I mean, what do you expect when a rat is facing a giant horse? Just imagine that for a second. I think the odds were really low here. The fight began with Smurlio biting Bob's foot, and then Bob just squashed Smurlio with his huge foot. And wait, where is the rest of the script? Oh wait, that was the end of the fight. Wow, that is the shortest fight ever. I told you the fight won't be epic at all. Smurlio was never a threat, except mentally. This story ends with Bob the horse returning to his dysfunctional family. Them saying that he killed an innocent man, or rat in this case. Bob the horse sealed away all his potential as soon as he stepped foot on Dumpville. The parents said he needed to stay close by to help pay their overflowing student debt from over 3 decades ago. Then Bob the horse worked a minimum wage job the rest of his life and never became the person he wanted to be. I would like this story to end well, but it does not. Let this be a lesson for all my viewers, which is probably a single-digit number. That when there is something you want to be in life, put your best at it and don't give up no matter how tempting it is. I mean, look at Bob, he's paying off student debt that he doesn't even own, he has never even gone to college. But the family claimed he seemed the best for the job while they all sat at home watching horse talk. As usual, thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed it, and if you have any feedback I would love to hear it. Make sure to like and subscribe to this video. If I get to 150 subscribers I will smash a real computer on camera, make sure to stick around for that.